I'm Rick Barclay, and I'm with Piano Clubhouse. And today we're going to learn a song, The Way It Is, by Bruce Hornsby. A very popular song in the mid-'80s, and has lots of cool piano stuff, so let's dig in. We're going to be doing it in the original key of G, and the key of G is this. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay, and we're also going to be, in this lesson, we're going to be breaking this up into two different lessons. In this one, we're going to be doing the intro, the verse, and the chorus. And in a different lesson, we will learn the piano solo. It's very intricate and detailed. All this stuff actually is for this tune. So we're going to break it up into two because of so much information. All right, so let's get started. There is kind of a rubato type intro, and it starts with this. Okay, so let's talk about that. Right hand, A, B, and this chord right here is E, G, C. Then it goes to basically, it's kind of an E minor 7, D, G, B. And then on the and of 4, you have and, which is A and D to a G. And then we got a little grace note, a G grace right here, gracing into the F sharp, A, and D. And the D stays up on the top as you go down to E and G, D and F sharp, C, E, and G, and then another grace note of a D into the E, E and a G up on the top, and then you need to walk down the bottom part down. The G is going to stay up on top, and then we got E, D, C, B, then we finally switch the D up on the top, A on the bottom. That was A, B, G. And all while you're holding this D up on top, thumb goes to the F sharp, and then D, F, D, E. Nice little C add 9 right there. E, D, and G. And while you're holding on those notes, the D plays. Okay, so the bass, very simple compared to all the other stuff. A, E, D, C, G, D, C. Okay, so let's play all this again slowly and try to describe things as I go. Okay, there's the E minor 7. Here you're going to do the grace note. Another grace note. Notice how I kept the G up on the top. Held on to that D. Okay, so there is a retired rubato type place in there. That's whenever you're going down while you're playing the G up on the top. It just slows down. Okay, and then it picks up tempo back to kind of where you started, and then there's going to be another slowdown. So those notes, A, B, and that's a chord up here, E, G, and C. That was B, A, G with a D in the bottom. And then A, B, a D chord now, D, F sharp, A, G, F sharp, C, and an E, or if you want to add the G in the bottom, you can. Really just depends on how you want to handle that. And then D, C, D, D, and then B and G, D and B, another grace note of a G going into the F sharp, A, and the D. The grace notes, you're just real short with them. You come off of it, and while you're holding on to the D up there on the top, your left hand, or your thumb and index finger are going to do the E and the G, and then finally pick up to a D, F sharp, E, D and G. Now G, E, and hold on to this G up here, and you're going to go down D, C, B, D. Okay? Left hand goes up high into the treble clef, basically. You're doing an A, E, D, C, and then finally venture back down to the bass clef, G, D, C. Okay? So let's tackle that slowly again. All that basically in slow motion, but rhythmically everything was correct that I just did, okay? Minus the retard that's going to happen, right? Because whenever you get it going faster, that will make more sense to retard there. I was going slow enough as it was. Okay, so that's kind of the rubato, if you will, intro. And then basically the band kicks in at this point, and we have the part that most everyone is familiar with, plus it's been sampled of recent in a pop tune. And then you repeat it again. So let's talk about what that is. That's E, G, C, going to a D, G, B, it's an E minor 7, and then A, G, D chord, D, F sharp, A, and it's a G now in second inversion, D, G, B, to a C add 9, which is the C, D, and G, and then now E, that's 4, and E, D, C, B in the D, D, G, B, and now E, A, C, D, G, B, A, G, to the C add 9 again, C, D, G. Okay, bass-wise, A, E, E, D, G, C, C, G, G, D, D, C, 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 G, and then you start all over again. Okay, so slowly now that part. For the verse, okay? The verse is basically over an A minor 7. So